What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? Thanks for hanging out with me. We are back for more Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Sorry about the little sigh. I just finished scarfing down a burger, because after a long day of work, I needed some sweet calories. So yeah, that means I gotta also eat less dinner tonight, because, I was a bit unhealthy. But it is what it is. Such as, trying to get healthier overall. You slack off a little in one area, you gotta make up for it in the other area. So, I can do that. But yeah, hope everyone's doing alright. Hope everyone's enjoying their Friday. Hope everyone subscribes to the channel. And, yeah, happy Friday. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow I am starting my next nerd venture, which me and my best friend just last week finished watching Dragon Ball Daima. We ended up watching the 4 last episodes all in a row, which I guess was fitting because we were supposed to be watching one a week, and there were like 3 weeks that kind of got, messed up in there. So we basically ended on time and made up for it by just binging the last few episodes. And I must say, for Dragon Ball Daima, that was fan service done correctly. I don't even care about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku being canon before Dragon Ball Super, like before the events. I don't even care if it stays that way. Like, just the way that it was all presented was just fan service to the max. And I was so happy. I was happy every step of the way of that. I don't remember, I think it was like episode 13 where it's like Goku fending off himself from like giant gerbils. Like, bro, come on, that's amazing. Like, I get everybody got used to the power fantasy of Z and of Super, especially at the end. Like, I do think Dragon Ball Super as an anime was better, even though the beginning of it was them putting out rough drafts as the final products. But, anytime some stuff like that is happening, you just know it's corporate goonery. So, like, I don't hold that against the show creators or anything. I know that that's a suit and tie decision, because they were just trying to capitalize and, like, release things, like, at a certain time. Corporate had their own deadline, and they didn't care what the product looked like in order to reach it. That's what it was. But just due to Dragon Ball Super's length, it wasn't quite as good as Super was still, but it was definitely better than GT. Like, everything for me is like bang for buck. Like, whoa, excuse me. Everything is about, when you're trying to see how things are, it's all about investment of time versus what you get out of it. Okay, I don't know if those are heavy enough, but I know. Okay, you just take that. I think I messed up one of those. Let me see. How many do I have now? No! Leave me alone. 4. Okay, perfect. We got 4. Now I don't have to unequip anything in this game, or in this little contest I have to do. And just in case, I don't get them back, it's just, It's trash. I don't obviously need that many steel helmets, so yeah. But you know, everything is just like time versus like the end result, which is why I think, you know, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is often so highly regarded for an anime and why it's rated so high. It's, for 64 episodes, it's like a middle length like show, you know, especially a lot of animes now where a lot of shit's like, you know, 50, 60 episodes total, like max now. So like, it has the kind of layering and world building that you would expect out of a much longer show. Like, you know, a Naruto or a One Piece, where it's like it expands the larger world around you in a way that most shows at 64 episodes aren't getting to do as much. Like, as much as I've loved for what Demon Slayer is, as much as I've loved it, one of my big issues with it is I actually want, like, I guess it would be just considered like filler / anime canon content, if you know what I mean. Like, not stuff that was in the manga, but stuff that you could still consider canon. And a lot of it for me would just be to just see more shit going on in the world around, to make the world feel bigger. And I think that's actually one of the things that a lot of those older animes that are way too long sometimes, you know, I guess since I'm watching One Piece for the first time, I guess I'll throw that one in like a One Piece fan would. You know, one of the benefits... Well, I guess no. We're not even going to use One Piece because there's barely any filler in it. I'll use Dragon Ball. Since I just stopped watching... I just finished Daima. Why not? Dragon Ball's filler content is legendary. Like, its version of filler is Dragon Ball GT. Which isn't that great, but is so notorious that like people have been fighting for years as to how like Super Saiyan 4 could be canon, you know, and shit like that. Or it's people arguing, is Super Saiyan 4 stronger or weaker than the Super Saiyan God forms? And obviously the answer is who the fuck knows or cares. But and this is a fan of like 30 years telling you who the fuck cares. But you know, a lot of the... If I'm looking at actual Dragon... I mean, I guess GT would be that, but with, like... Since it's strictly non-canon, it makes the franchise feel bigger. You know, when Goku is getting his driver's license. Like, yeah, it's not canon, and it's, you know, kind of goofy because he can fly everywhere. But it's like, you know, it gives the world... It gives the world time to, like, settle into itself. Like, it gives time for things to just, like, happen on the small front. So you don't ever forget, like, where you're starting from, I guess. Like, actually, like, I'm gonna take a hard stance on this. Like, anime opinions that, like, will get people questioning you. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. I actually think Naruto filler, as far as content goes, is honestly just fine. Like, if I had, I can't excuse the time in which their filler happens. You know, I'm not gonna stand them doing like filler shit like right in the middle of or before like huge fights. Let me save right here because I saved way too early. But the last time I watched through Naruto, I actually felt like the filler content was fine, content-wise. You know, at very least, the original Naruto, like, in real world, it was almost like 2 years of filler. But other than the finale of watching Naruto ride off with Jiraiya for the time skip, they put that in the best place imaginable. All the shit was done. Yeah, they had a little filler arc or here too throughout the thing. But, oh no, I was not paying attention. Lame. You know what? This is why I saved. Ha ha! But no, I felt like Naruto filler especially. It gave you time to feel like you were getting to live in that world. You know, how do I put it? Like one of the examples I'll do is that if you're only watching the canon material, certain moments like when the Leaf 9, when Naruto and all of his classmates all do the Rasengan in the cloaks together, that moment is honestly less hard-hitting without filler. Because there's a lot of those teammates that Naruto didn't really, like, interact with. Like, there was no real connection that he had with certain of them, other than the few run-ins they had. Like, that one mission they had to go get Sasuke back. Like, yeah, that was a big pivotal moment for all of them, but, like, not enough that makes a team-up move like that really feel like something. But honestly, with the filler, where you get to see Naruto just living a ninja life, just going on missions, getting his ass beat over here, going and doing that thing over there. No matter how big or small, it just gives time for the world to feel. You know what I mean? And it's why now, when it comes to Boruto, you know, if you're watching it as a franchise and you don't stop, I can at least defend a lot of the filler episodes early on of Boruto, because, you know, after all of that shit happens in, you know, in the all of Naruto and all of Shippuden, after that, the fourth great ninja war, it's good to have a moment where, like, the new generation is coming up, but they're also just kind of doing kid ninja shit. Like, get to live in the world of overall relative-ish peace that you just got created. Don't just skip all of that. Now, I get that, you know, you could have seen more stories when, you know, the old gen was, you know, coming up in age and, like, older teens and instructors and going out on bigger missions, you know. That would have been cool, obviously. But as a franchise, I can at least understand why you would want, why that's important to have. Just let the world sit in the moment. And now, obviously, with the way that Boruto came out and how it was like the filler was all because it decided to release right after the manga, you know, all of the stupid business decisions I'm not going to stand by, because obviously. But I can at least, you know, stick by the content of what's there and why it's important to have, actually. One thing is I don't think I figured out how I got the columns to stay standing before, which is unfortunate. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, Dragon Ball doesn't do it quite, like, actually, no, I would say Dragon Ball, especially with GT, does it just as good, if not better still. What am I saying? Who am I trying to fool? What happened? I'm I don't know what witchcraft I did upon myself that the game canceled my ever so smart fucking maneuver on me. Ooh, no, 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 no. There we go. Now shove it. Very cool. Put that Night Shield in there. Oh, it's not gonna. It doesn't let me push it because. So dumb. All the rest of that seems to be a distraction of sorts. But yeah, or like, you know, a lot of the episodes of Gohan training when he was with Piccolo, you know, a lot of those filler episodes. All of that shit is just as iconic as See, I don't understand this. See, I don't even know what I did last time to make it. I don't know why it worked that time, but the other time it didn't. Ooh. Most excelente. Oh, I should have tried to save right there. Oh, why didn't I? God damn it. Alright, take a sip of boost juice. Take a drag before I start this fucking shit. Oh, the boss fights. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that filler, like One Piece gets away with it because it's so expansive that it doesn't kind of need the filler. But it shows a lot of stuff that, like, when you think of the main conflicts, not that I guess you would consider filler, but like it spends more time than most of the other animes on like side things going on within the universe that it doesn't really need filler in that way. So the only one I won't stand by is Bleach. Its filler made me want to not watch it anymore. Alright, avoid damage first, why not? And I forget what the watery shield does, but hopefully helps with magic defense. That's nice. Okay, that hurts. But I think we're still good. Alright. There we go. Okay. Okay. That is the worst. That is the actual worst. Okay. Yeah, I cannot, do I... Hit him with waifu powers. Yeah, that went every which direction of wrong. Well, damn. We're just going to stall. Okay, I could really use a turn off. I could really use a turn off. Really use a turn off. Really use a turn off. Okay. Please help. Please help. Help. Get the other healer. Yes. Okay. That's a nice... So it counters everyone who attacks. Okay. Hmm. Okay. There we go. Hit him with that meteor shower, baby. Okay, we should survive. You can heal yourself. Alright, my bad. Alright, Okay, I want to see it. Alright, heal yourself. We got fucking Bahamut. Yes. Boss man is done. That is most unfortunate. I wish I would have done that in a slightly different order, but I couldn't control it. Hell yeah. Nah! Oh, that's big trouble. Bro, these guys, why are they so strong? This is like super abnormal, actually, how strong these guys are. Why are they so strong? boost it. There we go. Alright, well now. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to leave it right here. Till next time, guys. Peace. We did it. Fuck those guys.